Okie doke. Alrighty, you're on. You good? Everybody else good?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Is that true for everyone else too? You all good?
I am ready.
Alex is ready.
Bone
I am ready.
is ready.
Sounds like Brad's ready.
Set initiative.
Great. And Jessica, you there?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Okay. So, last time you guys came back from dealing with a necromancer out in the wilderness. Had come back fairly late, had a night to cool off and get into drunken shenanigans. In the case of Umbra. But the morning brings its own unexpected chaos and turmoil when, if you'll remember, a giant sinkhole opened up in front of Lauren's Bakery, right about there on the map. And upon rushing over, as a whole bunch of people were urging caution, around the sinkhole, you heard the moans of two children down, picking themselves up in the mound of earth that now sits at the bottom. There's still the sound of shifting rocks tumbling into the abyss. It looks like the floor of this sinkhole is about 30 feet down, but it looks like mostly the earth caught their fall, and in fact it does seem to be just a nice collection of dirt right in the middle of the sinkhole. It's about 50 by 50, pretty evenly round. As you stand around, people are shouting because there's a sinkhole on the main goddamn road. It looks like there's a couple of people that are calling for caution. You notice one sort of surly-looking old guy wearing a very, very nice clothing, actually, is shouting for calm, that, things need to remain, quiet so that we can figure out what to do about this and to assess the danger. Umbra notices the woman who runs Miliko's Stoneworks, Alberi Miliko, that siren woman who yelled at the workers last night.
Right.
She is there as well, also trying to get people calmed down and controlled. There's also Ulro Laruth, one of the other town elders, who is just trying to get everybody to chill for the moment and figure out a game plan. You notice that at least one of the mothers of the children has arrived because there's panic shouting. But the kid sort of waves weakly from the hole, indicating that he's okay. And Ordnance immediately starts pulling rope out of his bag to, set up something for going down. What do the rest of you do?
I'm grabbing out my 50 feet of silk rope.
Ditto.
Okay.
Sure.
Just looking. Alright.
How many ropes do we need? Are we gonna go rappelling?
Well,
Like some Rainbow Six strike team?
probably only really need one rope.
And we should create a harness so the kids can sit in it, possibly, because he might not have the strength just to hold on while we haul him up.
Uh-huh. A couple of the nearby townspeople volunteer to hold the ropes for you as you descend, if you're going to be getting the children back up. And the surly-looking elder comes over and says, "What? No, this is town business. We don't need their help. This is not for outsiders. This is our own problem."
But we're here to help.
There's a foolish man that refuses the help of a capable others.
She said.
I do one in hold.
You're kind of cutting in and out
Take it.
there, Alex. What was that?
I hand my rope to Talderoy, at least one end of it.
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Cool.
So the townspeople also appear to be taking no heed. They jump onto the rope with Talderoy. Meanwhile, the
Am I?
sorry, go ahead.
Am I going down or am I bracing at the top?
No. You hold that. I flip off the town elder, say, suck my dick, and jump down.
He says,
I wrap the,
no!
I wrap the rope loosely about my waist once, just as extra friction, and then lower Alex down.
The guy who runs
Umbra.
the guy who is shouting, Ulro Laruth, he's a Karnathi guy, he runs the tannery in town. He begins shouting and saying, no, they'll anger the Delvers! They must not disturb the stones! And sort of like begins just shouting at the top of his lungs. Maliko, you see the woman who runs the stoneworks, grab him and be like, hush, man.
Did you hear that, Umbra? While you're down there, don't anger any stones. Tal'Dorei calls over the ledge.
What I intended to do was hand him one end of the rope and literally jump into the pile of earth.
Okay, yeah, you can easily descend onto the pile of earth. It sucks up all the energy from your fall right off the bat. You come into a wide entry cavern. Bring up the map here. I've already moved most people down. Let me move you guys out until you get down there. Can you guys see the white part of the map?
I cannot see any... Oh, there it is.
There you are.
Okay, where's the kid?
The kids are in the earth there as well. They're sort of picking themselves up and look at your descent with some level of awe. You come into a wide, irregularly shaped cavern here. It's got a floor of smooth bedrock, damp dirt and stone, with tree roots protruding here and there, make up the walls around you. There's a very strong smell of peat here. Not Pete the Villager, P-E-A-T, of course. A 5-foot wide tunnel leads off to the north, which is on the north side of the map. You can see it winding up above.
That's a 5-foot tunnel. Your scale might be a little off.
Yeah. The map is maybe a little bit odd. I didn't make the map. People who made the book made the map, you know?
No, yeah, but you've got 4 squares per drawn square. The drawn square is 5 foot.
The
squares could be a 10. It could be a 10 by 10 grid.
No, it is the brown parts are 10 by 10.
Okay, never mind.
No, it's like clearly 15 feet wide. I'm sorry. Why did I even say that? Damn you, descriptive text. Anyway, there's more importantly a stone slab. Looks like to be a door with a rusty pull ring set into the side of it. Stands to your east. By the stone door, a couple of well-used cloaks and a water skin are on the floor.
That's nice. I'm going to tie a rope around one of the kids.
Okay, that's easy enough. The townspeople begin to haul with Tal'Dorei, and the first kid is pulled up with little trouble.
All right. I clap the second child on the shoulder, and I'm like, all right, as soon as they toss down another rope, it's your turn.
He nods and says, yeah, I'm ready. Let's do it.
It'll be fun. Like a swing.
He's super psyched for it, and he gets hauled up as well with little trouble.
Awesome.
Now we have to haul up Umbra.
Is it just the 2 kids?
Wrong
that
song.
wasn't a good sound.
If by haul up Umbra, you mean lower other people down, so we can go anger these stones that the old man's upset about.
Well,
yeah, I'm actually kind of interested.
Yeah, Umbra, do you want to make a... I mean, you've got cloaks and a water skin down here. They look recently used, right?
Yeah, I'm curious. I'm wandering away.
I'm like...
I'm
gonna like make you roll like a character check or some shit.
No, I'm totally wandering in that direction.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Umbra?
turn into a I'm gonna turn into a direwolf and jump in the hole and follow her. Let me go grab the stats for a direwolf.
Yeah, you can land on the earth. A lot of it sort of, poofs up as you land under your massive wolf girth.
There's stuff. Like, that's pretty much all I say in response. Taldroy's like, where are you going? And I'm like, there's stuff.
The sour-faced man leans over and says, "Don't go where you've not been invited. This is not your village and not your business. Come up this instant."
The wolf sort of looks at him and then looks back at Umbra and trots off, shaking its head.
Okay.
It keeps giving Umbra looks.
Umbra's looking at the cloaks.
All right. Yeah.
Can I sniff the cloaks to see if I find anything out?
Yeah. Most of the time you don't have a wolf nose, but you can smell very clearly the scent of humanity on it. Oh, the humanity.
Oh, the humanity.
The cloaks appear to be quite plain. The water skin is half full of water.
And it is water?
It does appear to be water, yeah. I mean, if you drank it, I suppose you could find it a little bit more.
Like, that's what Umbra does.
It's water.
Like, awesome.
Yeah.
I set it back down.
Okay. The stone door to the east has no apparent lock as well. There's the tunnel to the north as well. It sounds like, okay, yeah, you've gone down, you're a direwolf. Let me grab the direwolf token here. What are the rest of y'all doing?
Calderoy's racing the rope. Is there some place to tie it off?
No, but there's villagers willing to help.
Alright. How deep is the hole?
It's like a good 25 feet down to the pile of earth. It's not very far. And everybody else has landed without too much trouble onto it.
There are two people on the map. We have the monk who was lowered and the wolf.
Yep.
No, Brad, I jumped.
I thought I lowered you.
I wasn't tied to the other end of the rope. I just jumped. I handed you one end and jumped.
Oh, okay.
Yep. You also see somebody else coming out of one of the shops nearby and says, "Hey, a ladder!" They put down a long ladder and it lands all the way to the bottom. And this one guy's like, "Yes, I knew that would come in handy." They told me you don't need a long ladder as long as that, and I said you're wrong, and I'll show you why today. He's very proud of himself.
As well he should be.
Yeah.
Is this the guy that's also carrying around all those 10-foot poles?
Yeah. I mean, he is like the 10-foot pole salesman.
Calderoy will slide down the ladder and join the other two.
Okay. That leaves Darwin and Zorana Rakarakurak.
Ramalama ding dong.
So the kids are pulled out of the hole?
Yeah, the kids are safe. They don't appear to be too injured. One of them has a sprained ankle, but somebody's already, wrapping it, and so they're entirely taken care of.
Okay, because kids are Darwin's weak spot.
The gods love the kids. You can even provide a little bit of medical aid if you'd wish. You are Jurasco, so, everybody will stand aside and be like, "Oh, you got it."
Where is it? Let me look.
I'm hungry.
I'm sorry. I'm mad.
Beer is very filling.
Make sure to update your hit points on your character sheets, guys.
Ooh.
Oh.
How many hit points do we have?
You
Full
probably
health.
healed up the fool,
Long rest.
and you get half of your hit dice back as well, so 1.
Actually don't know how many hit points I'm supposed to have.
I thought
Okay.
we rolled that.
Yes, but between sessions, I don't know if it got changed back because my character sheet lost all that work that I did after the last session. So
Oh, that sucks.
yeah, I'm not happy about that. So I'm hoping.
Unfortunately,
Let me see.
I've got the player's handbook over here.
I'm showing 17 hit points for Darwin.
Right, I don't know if that's accurate. I don't know if I've lost anything
I'm
since
sitting
the
at
last.
22 and I'm the barbarian.
17 sounds accurate. I'm assuming that you guys are coming down as well. Is that a safe assumption?
Yes.
Okay. Like, what is Darwin's...
Max hit points?
what's her constitution? Oh, yeah. You've easily got 17.
Okay.
That's probably accurate.
All right then. Okay, yeah, she's following it, and ensuring that the children are all right. She's gonna follow the rest down.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, the children are fine. Even better with your care. Now then, that brings us to the situation at hand. This yawning, cavernous expanse. So again, there is the door, there is the tunnel to the north. What are your guys' plans?
I say door.
Is the door locked?
The door is not locked.
Oh, the door is here. We might as well peek behind it.
Okay. The sour-faced man continues to shout at you, but nobody appears to be listening to him. The rest of the villagers don't really either. Alright. You open to a wide tunnel here. Tal'Dorei appears to be leading the way. Yes.
It's awkward without our party face.
Bill's not necessarily. I mean, who knows?
Bill's kind of a party face.
He keeps things moving to a degree,
Hilarious.
but I can keep things moving as well.
I didn't mean to. So I'm sorry.
No, it's not that. Don't. No, you're fine.
I didn't mean it.
60 feet beyond the stone doors, the tunnel levels out. 2 stone reliefs of stern dwarfs and chainmail and carrying battle axes face each other across the tunnel.
Wait,
The carvings stand out from the passage walls, and they have gaps around them, so they could be doors. The passage continues past them.
Hal'Dorei strikes up a torch, which I shall now remove from the inventory, and heads further in. It's like, hey, let's go see what those statues are.
Okay.
Ancient crypts beneath a small town.
That can't be ominous at all.
the wolf just eats Umbra.
Hey, gang.
Fucking drag. There's something wrong with my trackpad. I don't know.
Okay. So yeah, you guys see these 2 dwarfs. The passage continues beyond them, but right now it's mostly in shadow. Tal'Dorei, you lit a lamp, or I'm sorry, a torch. Okay.
Torch.
So that's gonna have 30 feet on it. You see that the tunnel continues past you. Beyond, the ceiling consists of square stone panels, about 10 feet on a side. Rusty iron frames surround each of the panels up above. The panels are suspended about several inches from one another and the wall to either side. So basically you've got these hanging metal blocks up above you, these square panels that are hanging along the ceiling. They form a row overhead. It continues at least 2 down the passage. That's as far as your light reaches. Some of you have dark vision, right?
I don't.
Um,
The dwarf does.
The dwarf does. Okay.
I don't think the direwolf does.
The dwarf
I
can
don't,
see.
but I have light.
Yeah. So Margaret, Zeratorak can clearly see that it continues like that for a while. Beyond that, though, you've got these dwarf statues that are on hinges. So.
Should we try to open one of them?
Let's go to the one on the right. The down one.
Okay.
Robot always says go left.
We go left.
We didn't go left when we went through the door. Left would have been the north path, so let's follow the right time this time.
The one-armed monk is gonna get us killed.
Sounds like the votes are for left. So.
Okay.
All right. So yeah, the dwarf statue easily swings back as the one on a hinge. It's on a hinge. Have I mentioned that? And you can see that it continues down a tunnel for a distance at least for a while.
Huh.
So last night I was hanging out at the bar, talking to people. Somebody said they saw people coming out of a secret door, and with douche-mick old man ranting about stone things. I'm really thinking there's something culty going on, so I'm really eager to ruin their shit.
Okay. Well, how does that play into your actions?
Walkett huffs in agreement.
No, that's what Umbra says.
Oh, okay. There are clues of cultists. Which direction are you guys going?
What, their Greek Kool-Aid packets around?
We might as well peek behind the other statue.
Okay.
Aldroy slides it open a little bit and holds the torch down that end of the hall. Okay. We have a hall with a little bit of twist, and the hall that's mostly straight with a big twist.
Matt, I want to move up here and make a perception
Sure.
check, a smelling check. I want to sniff both passages, and I get advantage on that.
Yeah, go for it. Absolutely.
So, I'm going to sniff to see if I can't find something.
That sounds fantastic.
Let's see.
Go for it.
Woohoo!
The first passage smells like stone.
I add my wisdom to the perception.
That is correct. Are you trained in it?
Well, as a direwolf. Oh, yeah, I am.
Uh-huh.
There we go.
And you have advantage, you said, so you get to roll
Yeah.
again?
Yep. So this is for the left passage. Oh.
Yeah, just give me the single one. Yeah. So the first 2 rolls would have been the 15 and the suckier roll. So 15 is sufficient. With your wolfy nose, you smell just the faint smell of rust coming from in front of you, down the one that goes to the right on the map. You're not smelling much from the right passage, the one below, the one going down on the map. The left one, behind the left dwarf, you smell the faint scent of death.
Walkett growls and starts moving down this passageway.
Which passageway?
The one going upwards.
Okay, so
This
the one...
that's where I smelled death, right?
Yeah, deathward. Okay, gotcha.
Okay, I'm going towards the death.
All right. I assume everybody else is following her. Is that a safe assumption?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, great. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and just move you guys along the passageway, if that's okay with you.
Sounds good.
Where did the wolf go?
I don't know.
I don't know where the wolf went. The wolf apparently rocketed away.
I'm everywhere.
I don't know what just... Oh wait, suddenly the box just grew and... Okay, somehow the wolf rocketed way off in the distance. I found the wolf. The wolf apparently teleported. So that's what happens whenever two people try to move a token at the same time.
Watch your rocket dog.
Now we know. So yeah, you guys, I'm moving all of you together, just so you know.
Beyond where we can see.
Yep.
Beyond?
Basically to the next encounter, because I learned last session, just moving you guys up by increments takes forever. So, you guys come through here. You come to a chamber over here. You see the passageway continues up there. At least the dwarf can. So, the tunnel here opens into a square room that reeks of decaying flesh. Now, all of you can get the scent. It's disgusting. There's also the faint sound of trickling water. In this room, you can clearly see 3 human corpses. They've been reduced to little more than bloody bone and sinew. They're sprawled out in the room's center. 2 oversized rats are currently rooting among the bodies, stopping to chew flesh that they've pulled free, and scuttling noises are coming from narrow crevices in the wall.
Where's the crevice in the wall?
There's multiple crevices. There's one over here. Oh, wrong thing. There's one over here. There's one over here. And there's one over here.
Fair enough.
So that's what's happening.
I do a flying kick at one of the rats.
Oh,
Okay.
sorry.
The rat scampers off into one of the crevices. The other rat, yanks a big chunk of flesh off and runs away as well.
Rats.
No.
Can I make another
What's that?
perception check? Can I make another sniffing perception check thing? Maybe would the scent be too strong, do you think?
You could make another perception check if you wanted. Yeah, but I mean, the smell of death is definitely going to be taking up most of your attention right now.
That's fair.
Uh-huh. Okay. So, is anybody investigating the bodies, or?
Sure.
Yes.
Great.
After the rats run away, I bend down to examine.
So again, most of them is just like gobbets of meat attached to bone at this point. I'm going to change the music because the tenor of this fun little exploration just changed. There we go. Much better. In the skulls that have mostly been stripped of, flesh at this point, you see something inscribed into the bone. It is a sigil. It looks roughly like this. I'm doing this with my mouth, so... It's a triangle with a little notch in the bottom part of it. It's in every single one of their skulls at the forehead.
Obviously, this is some kind of cult dark ritual thing.
I just thought it was a triangle butt.
Cleric might know.
Yeah, it's a triangle butt.
Religious icon.
Hey Z, you got a note paper? You want to write that down? The symbol for future reference.
Yeah. Actually, do I have? Would I only have ink, or could I have some sort of chalk so I could do a rubbing of it?
You can do a rubbing if you want, but it's not the most complex symbol, so...
Well, okay. So, yes. I will sketch it out.
If you need, I've got several sticks of chalk and several sticks of charcoal. But, yeah.
No.
The path continues on to the north. Though it looks like it bends pretty quickly to the east.
Onwards!
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and group you guys up again real quick and move you along.
I'm gonna test a macro I just made really quickly.
Go for it.
How dare you? Slash,
work?
not hashtag.
Nope, didn't work. Hold on.
How doth one whisper?
Slash W, the name, the message.
Yep.
And the name should be
This isn't
selectable.
Okay. You guys can pretty easily see another chamber opening up here. The tunnel opens into a square room. At the center of it, you see a black rock, about a foot across, hovering about 3 feet from the floor. So right about here, in the middle of the chamber, there is a rock hovering.
Rock. Say again, what's 3 feet from the floor?
Rock that's hovering in the air.
Hovering. A hovering rock.
Yep.
Well, that's something you don't see every day.
Nope.
I poke it.
So you're walking on out
Yep.
to it. Okay.
Like, give it a spin, see if it spins like a Gnome.
Now, can I make an investigation? See why it's doing that? Like, try running my hand under it, see if it's some sort of force from the ground.
Sure. As Umbra walks out, and you said you were going to touch it, is that right?
Oh, I'm gonna try and
Yeah.
run my hand
Okay.
under it.
So Umbra goes over, and she suddenly feels fairly weightless. As she gets to about that point, you feel yourself lifting off the ground a little bit. And as Ronorak comes up to investigate as well, she steps in, and everything clatters to the ground.
You broke it.
I take a step back.
All of a sudden, the rock slowly rises off the floor. As Ronorak, you start rising off the floor as well.
Okay, I'm gonna try and step. I guess I can. Can I try and jump back?
Yeah, you can attempt to move out. You push back a little bit and come to the ground again.
Oh, does the rock start going higher?
Yeah, it slowly floats to about where it was last time.
That's cool. Localized field of something.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe one of those manifest zones? Are those usually bigger?
It's
I
all
don't
that magic stuff. What happens if you stand on the rock?
Ooh!
Can you ride it?
I jump on the rock.
You jump on the rock. You jump on it. It pushes it kind of far out, and both you and it clatter to the floor over here.
Now with the rock missing, Alderoy's gonna go stand in that area and see what happens.
Okay. You feel a lot of your weight just sort of lift off. You're much more comfortable at the moment. Your beard
How high
floats
is
a
the
little bit.
ceiling?
What?
How high is the ceiling?
15 feet.
Alderoy's gonna jump.
Okay. He jumps up. He jumps a little bit higher than he normally would, but still comes floating back down to earth.
Not significantly higher.
Maybe another foot extra. Maybe a foot and a half.
Although that was fun, this area
Yeah.
might not be as marketable as I first hoped.
Yeah,
feel
Rocket's
the
gonna
difference.
move next to this little open bit and
Oh yeah, here.
sniff again.
Okay.
Ooh, she got a 23.
Okay. Oh wow. Okay. So sniffing again.
Sniff, sniff.
Alrighty. Up ahead, you can smell the sounds of smell the
I
sounds.
can smell sound.
You can smell sound. There's very clearly some sort of weird
Fucking
mushroom
23
residue
gets
here.
you.
It's a problem. Where are we? Yeah, so you can smell piss, urine ahead.
Can I tell if it's fresh or not?
It smells relatively fresh.
Rocket growls a little louder and continues to move down, ignoring the manifest zone because the dog and anti-gravity is just really awkward.
No. I assume
And it
that
would
the
ruin
rest
her
of
menacing demeanor as a direwolf.
I assume that the rest of you are moving along as well.
Onwards!
Okay. Alright, I'll group you guys up and move you on down.
He's on down the road.
Alright, you guys come to another door. Is it safe to assume that you open it?
Yes.
It's another one of the big iron ones.
I don't open it.
I open the door.
Okay, so we'll move Umbra and Tal'Dorei to the front, because that's how these things work, right?
Yep.
Party phalanx.
You guys open up into a room with a couple of torches and sconces at the edges of it. Though there's all sort of guttering out at this point. You come into a 50-foot... where'd it go? There it is. A 50-foot room that's hewn out of rock. The floor is rough but flat here. Walls show the chisel marks of the original builders, and the ceiling is about 10 feet high. This is clearly a carved chamber, basically. Identical stone doors with iron pool ring handles stand also to the west and the east of this room. In the center of the room, though, is what really draws your attention. You've got a life-sized and lifelike statue of a dwarf warrior wearing a chain shirt, a helm, and big boots. He carries a shield on his left arm and a battle axe in his right hand. The statue has clearly been broken into roughly the head and upper torso, lower torso, and legs. And they've been reassembled and held together and upright in a stout wooden frame. A dagger, along with several coins and gems, lie on the floor in front of the statue, and they're surrounded by a ring of fine gravel.
Can I do a history check to see if I recognize this dwarf? Or something about it?
Tal'Dorei enters the room.
Sure, yeah, go ahead and give me a history check.
The gems are surrounded by the ring of gravel.
Rocket's gonna move there.
So there's a ring of gravel around the whole statue. At the feet of the dwarf is, several coins and gems and a dagger. So you got a 12 on your history check?
Yes.
I mean, it's clearly a dwarf. It looks to be ancient as hell. You don't recognize a whole lot of its construction, but you're not really a dwarven historian, to be honest.
Okay.
I reach for the stuff.
I mean, this is close enough to the Mirror Hold that, like, potentially dwarves could have been out here. Like, but you know that that's pre last war at least.
Sure.
Probably before that. So, you said that you're reaching out for the stuff at the base of the statue, Alex?
Yes, I am reaching for the gems and coins and things.
Great. So you reach out to that. You notice that there's, first of all, a small needed inscription on the frame that says "Petrified Iron Star?" Dwarf, found 1459. Oh wait, no, this is Ebeerron. Another year. Found 9. What's the year again? 992 or 996?
996 is the
Okay. Yeah, so it'll say, like, found 972. In Red Larch West Quarry in broken condition.
That looks like this might be a museum piece.
Now, the ring of gravel surrounds the statue at a distance of about 5 feet. You just step right on over it.
I sure do.
you find about 440 copper pieces, 253 silver pieces, and 97 gold pieces. Altogether, you know, a lot of coins. There's also the dagger that is coated slightly in dried blood.
Ooh.
The name...
Laura will help collect the gems, but not touch the bloody dagger.
Okay. Alex, are you investigating the dagger?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just going to write down, like, for out-of-characters purposes, I'm writing down all the wealth and we'll split it up.
Oh, sure.
After this session.
Also, among the coins are 6 small green agates. Agates? Agates? I don't know. Agates. And 2 polished moonstones.
How much are the agate and the moonstones worth?
5 GP and 50 GP, respectively.
15 or 50?
50.
50.
5-0.
Alright, so the agate are worth 5, and the moonstone is worth 50.
Yep.
Alright, yes. I investigate the dagger coated in dried blood.
Carved into the pommel of the dagger is the name Rezzur. R-E-S-Z-U-R.
Rezzur, carved into pommel.
I kind of want to sniff the dagger. Can I do that?
It smells like blood and steel
Okay.
and weird.
And it's mine now.
Yep.
It smells weird.
It does smell a little bit weird. It's
After Wocket sniffs the dagger.
yeah, it's like decorated with star motifs. It has a grip of night blue leather.
Hmm.
Hello, Z. Say hello to everyone.
It's a dog. So you're taking the dagger?
I take the dagger.
All right. So yeah, inscribed star motif dagger on your character sheet.
Star motif dagger. Z, oh my goodness. Ah.
Z, come here, buddy. Oh, the good boy. Step on the book.
Alright. Stuff was found. Umbra wants to keep exploring. Because who cares about history?
Okay. So there's a door to the left, door to the right.
Always go left.
Sit on down.
So which direction are you going?
Hang on, from our perspective.
Left would be over here. Do we just want to pop this door open and make sure it is the one that heads back?
Yeah, let's do that. Let's check our...
All right. You open this door over here. You guys want to arrange yourselves near the door?
I guess not. Aldor says, I'm just going to make sure that this seems to be heading back the way we came. Make sure it does so we have a shortcut if we need to flee.
Okay.
Or we can all pile by the door.
Yep. That's
Door
fine.
pile. I'm probably still over here counting money.
Okay. So the lot of you open up a door. Here you find a big square chamber that's been hewn out of the rock. In the center of the chamber's west hall is a stone door that has a narrow viewing slit. Also standing in front of the door is a Warforged. There's also a set of iron bars bolted in the wall about 3 feet above the floor there. Tin oiled chains are secured to the bars, leading up to a hole bored in the ceiling. Another solid stone door is in the middle of the east wall. That's one you just opened. There's also an 8-foot tall rectangular stone that stands upright in the room's center. The stone has an inscription on it that's hard to read at a distance. And you can see some scattered heavy rocks just sort of just spilling out around the edges of the large stone. You can't really see what's happening over there, though, given your vantage point. Although Wocket does know that the smell of piss is coming strongly from over there.
She growls a little bit louder to put everybody on alert.
Okay. So,
Does everybody get that message? Because I'm growling. I don't know.
the Warforged is peering through the slit in the door, but he hears the door open and turns around. He's missing an eye. His right eye has apparently been ripped out or torn out, something like that. There's a lot of scarring on the right side of his face. And as you enter the door, he exits through that door on that side and shuts it as soon as he can.
Well, we're not alone here.
Wasn't that the Warforged from in town?
Yes, if you've seen the Warforged in town, that looks like brine.
Huh.
Should we go investigate? Should we go try and catch him? Or just look at this obelisk?
I'm not particularly up for going for a machine designed to kill.
When we don't have our own machine designed to kill?
Yeah.
Alright, well, let's go read this obelisk.
Okay, so as you approach, you hear a low moaning coming from the rock pile.
That's not a good sound. Hello?
So you see a boy, he looks to be maybe 13 or 14, trapped under a bunch of these heavy rocks.
Paulroy will immediately start clearing stones.
Okay, you need to do a little bit of care. These rocks have sort of been stacked around him such that a lot of their weight isn't pressing directly down on him. He looks up at you a little bit dazed. Are you a Delver? He says.
No, I'm Magnus Talderoy. Maybe you've heard of me.
He narrows his eyes. You're not a Delver. Oh. Anyway. So you're taking the rocks off of him?
Yep.
Okay. Please, do you have food or water?
I pull out a water skin.
All right. Yeah, you can. A lot of his body has been uncovered now, so you can easily drag him out of this, if you'd like. And yeah, he's totally ready to get some water. So Umbra kneels down next to him, starts, pouring water into his mouth. Oh, thank you, thank you. He leans against the wall. He's not really able to stand right now. He says, Did they send you? Have I passed the test?
They who?
Test? What are you talking about?
Oh, they didn't send you. You should put me back under the rocks. I'm sorry. And he goes and stumbles over back to the rock pile and begins to sort of situate himself there.
Are you freaking serious?
He more sort of crawls over.
What's going on, son?
He says, You shouldn't be here. You should all leave. But please, don't tell them you took the rocks off of me.
Can somebody translate this obelisk? Well, I try to figure out what's going on.
Okay.
Rocket
the inscription is in common.
moves around to
So,
try and block the guy.
Talderoy can pretty clearly make it out. It says, Displease not the Delvers.
Displease not the Delvers.
Yep.
Displease not. I spit on the obelisk.
Just like that.
Rocket is attempting to block the young man from getting back in the near the rock pile.
Yeah, you push him back from the rock pile. He is not in a condition to resist. So yeah, he stumbles back and is like, it just leans back against the wall and collapses back into a sitting position.
So, in doing this, it sounds like we might be interfering with this small town's ritual of sacrificing children to whatever the Delvers are.
No.
So,
No, this is how they bring us in to this group with the believers.
Right.
Yeah, they sound like bad news.
Is this something that we actually want to get involved in? Screwing with this town's ritual? To
Yes.
save a child? Or are we just going to let the town do its thing? And
No.
not interfere with the way stuff's been done for likely generations?
Well, I think we should find out more.
Walk
what
at
it
chuffs
is.
and peas on the rocks.
On these rocks? Okay, that's fine. Walk it, give me a perception check.
Me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
There.
Okay, great.
I
So-
use the wolf's perception, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Well, you know, you keep your own wisdom, and are you trained in perception? Because that's what you use.
Hold on, let me check.
So I think it's an additional bonus. It's sufficient.
Okay. It's
So,
fine, doesn't matter.
you can smell sweat, a lot of sweat, coming from the west.
Hmm.
Talderoy was going to go peek behind there after that Warforged anyway.
Yeah, Walkett sort of, I suppose, growls low and warningly to the rest of the group and looks and moves pointedly towards the door, like,
Sure.
there's something over here.
So you guys open it up, the torch appears. You can see another torchlight at the other end of the passageway. You see some people. Mostly, though, first in the darkness, you see Bone White. Quick second. You see, beneath another torchlight, the massive skull of a bull, worn atop the head of a man in black robes. Behind him stand 4 other men with leather armor
I just got dropped.
and scimitars. What's that?
I just got dropped.
From the game?
Yep.
Okay.
Let me rejoin.
Yep.
And Jessica, yes, you have 3 known cantrips and 3 first level spells.
What's that? Okay.
Do you need to be a favor or anything?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, do you want another one of the ones you have?
Yeah, if you want to throw another payload, then that'd be great. Those things are great. Anyway, as I was saying, they have the same symbol that you saw inscribed onto those skulls, carved into their leather armor at the chest. Every single one of them has hoods. The man in the bull mask strides forward a few steps and says to the lot of you, "You trespass where you are not welcome. We are the bringers of woe, and we have come to reward your curiosity." Roll initiative.